Hey, happy Monday. It's Sabrina with TGMI. We're continuing our series for demystifying the economy and today we're going to be focusing on cryptocurrency. My name is Sabrina and I'm with TGMI. We're here to really just put stuff in plain English. It's so much confusion. And that's all I really want to do is let you know what you need to know in order to move how you need to move. And the reason that is that, no one is coming to save you. And we want to be able to have knowledge so we can be educated to make the right choice. Especially in the USA, so much stuff is just shoved down your throat and you only think it's just one way to do stuff. But I got good news. And the good news is that you got everything you need to do what you need to do. And so we're just here to pour into you a little bit of knowledge. And today we're going to be focusing on cryptocurrency. So, why do we need to be focusing on cryptocurrency? Every empire that has risen and fall goes through these cycles. And right now, we're in the phase of that cycle called late stage capitalism. And basically, that's just where everything is starting to decline. It's not going to happen tomorrow, so don't panic. But within, you want to be thinking about 10 years and just preparing yourself and building yourself out. Um, the reason why you want to get out of that system is that your money's not going to be worth anything in 10 years. So there's a way not to scare you, but there's a way you can move. And one of those ways, um, sorry. So we're in late stage capitalism. And what that basically means is that our economy is failing, it's falling, and your money is going to be worth less and less and less. And so, what you want to do is to mitigate your risk and kind of move so you're safe. So, last week we've been in the series and we had covered the top 3 things that you need to be investing in, specifically, especially if you're a Black woman, and that's cryptocurrency, real estate, and stocks. Today, we're going to be looking at cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, and just trying to give you a little bit of education. So, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency, I'm not going to read that to you, but basically, it's a digital currency. And when people think of digital currency, they just think of stuff like la 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 that's out in space or something like that. But I mean, you're already using digital currency right now. When you're doing, not too many people use hard cash when they're paying for things. They're using their debit card, their credit cards, their phones, iPhone or whatever. And that's how they're paying for it. The key is that with cryptocurrency, you're not tied to any government. You can move your money that you have and your wherever is going to be the same, whether you're here in the United States or if you go to Dubai or if you go to Australia. And you can, if somebody's willing to exchange something with you, you can do that. And you don't have to worry about fees. You don't have to worry about getting caught. You don't have to worry about if something happens, the government's going to seize your stuff like they did Russia. So cryptocurrency just gives you that freedom. So what is cryptocurrency? We'll just kind of make it a little bit more plain language and break it down a little bit more for you. So I know when you hear cryptocurrency, it's just so much talk. Everybody's just trying to say this is the next thing. You're going to be a billionaire and everything like that. And you just get overwhelmed because it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of these things, coins or whatever. So let's just concentrate on the top 3. And that's all you really need to worry about because that's the one that's going to make you money or has potential to make you money. So let's just go through them. There's Bitcoin. I'm sure everyone has heard of Bitcoin. There's Ethereum. And then there's Solana. So we'll go through one by one and kind of like let you know what each one is about. When thinking about it, I guess the best way to make it relatable, because every time I talk to everybody, it just seems to like glaze over or kind of like, phase out when I talk about cryptocurrency. So I just thought about it like if cryptocurrency was a person, what would each coin or, group be like? So if crypto was a person, Bitcoin would be Rihanna. Now, why? Bitcoin is the OG. It's that girl. She is what she is and she does what she does. And she was created in 2008 by somebody unknown that created her after the 2008 financial global market crash that just killed everybody worldwide. And it created this new currency called Bitcoin. And no one can touch it or duplicate it. So it's the OG and it's real. And the whole intention of it was to be grassroots, to give the person in Brazil who is being, shoved down by their government access to money that the government can't take away or know about, to somebody here in America that can't get a loan or do stuff and be able to move if they have Bitcoin. And just because America or the government doesn't like what you're doing, they can't seize it or take it away from you, and it's yours. And you can move like you want to throughout the world. And that's Rihanna. You can't be touched. Nobody can duplicate her. She's original, she's real, and she deals with the people, and she's grassroots, and she's very successful and very rich. And that's Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is also grassroots. It's open. If you just can learn how to code, or you can do that, you can just own Bitcoin. And the whole purpose of this is to be, by grassroots, I mean like anyone. If you're in the ghetto, if you're in the hood, if you're in Vietnam, in the river swamps, as long as you got a phone, or in Africa, you can have Bitcoin. Also, you can mine it. You can learn code, which is free on the Bitcoin website, and make money developing apps and stuff like that too. Now, Bitcoin is just money, pure money, and but those are the ways you can build out. Now, next on our list, if crypto was a person, Ethereum would be a boy band, because it's the boys club and it's the tech bros club, and they keep it tight, they keep it routine and very bland. But I'm kidding. But basically, what Ethereum is the infrastructure. Basically, if Bitcoin is the money, the gold, the actual value, Ethereum is like the highways where that person in Brazil can communicate with the person in Australia. And they built this out, and it's kind of like a boys club. They got it locked down, and anybody who wants to go through it has to pay these fees. It's not the all end all bend all. Somebody else can build another infrastructure project, but that's what Ethereum is. If you want to think of it, it's not necessarily money, but you're basically buying an asset that's building out the infrastructure through which the money goes through, if that makes sense. It's something you need to know about. Ethereum is there. I mean, anyone can buy it if you're on Coinbase. Let me not say that. But if you wanted to mine it, there was restrictions several years ago. It's probably up now. That was very restrictive. Like you would have to own like $100,000, $200,000 worth of Ethereum to even mine it, which is how you mine it to, be able to make money and stuff like that off of the way the traffic moves, or the toll takers, for lack of a better word. But with Bitcoin, if you just have the equipment and know the coding and stuff, you can just mine. You don't have to worry about going through anybody and doing anything. You can set up and start making Bitcoin, earning Bitcoin just by mining. If you're, a techno geek and know a little bit of coding and have the computer to do it with. Mining is, I guess I'm getting into the weeds, but mining is basically, you have Bitcoin, you have a computer. Think of it like gaming. When you're talking to someone on the screen and stuff like that, it has to keep going as long as somebody else is to talk to you. Basically, it's the highway. You need the cars to go back and forth in order to communicate. So the mining is kind of like the gas stations along that kind of fill up the cars to keep them moving. All right. So now the third one from the top three, if crypto was a person, Solana would be Erykah Badu. Now, why? Solana is a very grassroots infrastructure that's very open source, very open. Um, it's very grassroots. It's been built up by just people contributing and building up that community with Solana. Sort of like Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu, she just in her own lane. She does her own styles. She just floats. And even though she's famous and she's in there, she's just kind of like doing her thing. Like she was a doula, whatever you call the people that give birth, to help mothers give birth, and then also helping people die. So she's very community based and very earth mother. And that's what Solana is. And it's very open source. If you learn, to have a Solana University, which is free. You can go there and learn how to code. You can build your own app. It's fairly new. But in 10 years of open source and building up coding and community, it could make you a lot of money having an app, or even holding it as current cryptocurrency as an asset. So that's what Solana is. And I'll go into more detail of all these in the meetup, specifically on Bitcoin, but we'll go more in detail. Now, the thing that probably everybody heard of is Dogecoin. These are called memes. Basically, they're kind of like the emo kids in high school. They're kind of like doing their own thing. They're not really into materiality. These are just kind of like cliques or kids that are just like the apes or the lizards and stuff like that. They're just kind of like think of them like an anime group. They just kind of get together and make up these different things and they exchange them. Now they can make money off of them, but if you're not in that clique or really know how everything's moving or not a first starter, you're gonna lose your shirt. But those are meme coins. They also call them shit coins. Because they're not worth anything. They're just basically kids playing around with them, like in gaming or different interests. And they come off pretty fast. So please do not invest in those unless you just want to have fun with the kids or something like that. So in conclusion, cryptocurrency is all encompassing, but we went over the top three that you really need to worry about. Number one is Bitcoin because that's actually your money. Ethereum is a hot stock right now with infrastructure. It's the biggest game going right now, but that could change. And then Solana is a really big infrastructure grassroots that's very open that I believe is doing really good and has the potential to go pretty far. Okay. So if I were you, knowing that we are in late stage capitalism when it comes to crypto, this is what I'll do. I need to get my money out of a system so I don't lose it. All you have to do is Google Argentina and see how the currency went to nothing in seconds. That you want to secure yourself. So if I have my money or mitigate my risk by having some crypto, that's outside the system. It's mine. Nobody knows I have it. And then I can move anywhere I want to and still have that long as I have my wallet. And you can do that through Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I strongly recommend Bitcoin because that's the hottest thing going right now. But these are the top three things that you would want to get to. All right, guys, that's our live for today. If you have any questions, don't forget we have our event for Memorial Day. And I'll see you guys then.